Hey guys, so today I'm finally getting around to doing my top 10 favorites of 2015, and yes, it is pretty much the second month of 2016 already. It's crazy. I'm crazy for leaving it this long to actually do this video. I am just fashionably late. I'm sorry, but here it is. Yeah. And this list is in chronological order of when I read them throughout 2015. So the first book I have to share with you is Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. I read this in January of last year and it was phenomenal. It is a first book in a fantasy series, and this book is how you do a first book in a fantasy series. Let me tell you, it blew me away. Like, I cannot wait to read the rest of the books in this series. So the reason why I picked up this book is because in this book there are two guys after the princess, and you don't know which one is the assassin and which one is the prince until the end of the book. So I just really loved that guessing game. But among that, the writing is phenomenal. The world is just building into this insanely amazing world. That's a great way of putting it. And just the characters are really well built and I loved it. That's all I've got to say for that one. My second favorite book was Say Her Name by James Dawson, and this was an incredibly addictive book. I finished it in one day. I could not put it down. It was amazing. Say Her Name is a book that follows the myth of Bloody Mary, and of course with that territory comes frightening scenes. So, really, Alex? But regardless, I freaking loved it. It was just such a solid book. 5 out of 5 stars. My third favorite book is Dangerous Girls by Abigail Haas. Once again, I love this book. It is a psychological thriller. I was absolutely mind blown. And with this book too, I finished it in one day. Just this story did not let me go. I was just hooked from the first sentence. I could not put it down. I highly, highly recommend it if you love psychological thrillers. This one will stick with you for a long time. My fourth favorite book is Blue Lily, Lily Blue. This is the third installment in Maggie Stiefvater's The Raven Boys series, and it is one of my favorite series of all time, and Maggie Stiefvater is my favorite author of all time. So this book just had to be on this list. And I don't even really care what the plot is by this point. I just absolutely love the fully fleshed out characters, the otherworldly writing that Maggie Stiefvater brings to the page. It just resonates with my soul. And Ronan Lynch is bae. Am I right or am I right? And my fifth favorite book is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Aylery Signs. I nearly forgot his name. That would have been embarrassing. Alright, so I can just not explain how much I love this book. It is... I'm just speechless. There are no words. So this book is my favorite book of all time. I just cannot explain how much this book means to me. It is just so important for any reader to read, I think, in my opinion. It's so poignant and raw and emotional, and it just has such strong family elements to it, and just a really beautiful storyline and really gorgeous characters. And I found out that Benjamin Aylery Signs is coming out with a sequel, and you cannot understand my excitement when I heard that announcement. I just lost my shit. It was something. If you haven't read this, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. Just read it, please. My sixth favorite book was Jenny Nelson's I'll Give You the Sun. This book was just too brilliant for my brain to handle. It was just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It just had everything a book needs. Beautiful writing, excellent characters, really emotional drama and just a beautiful storyline. It just had everything. I mean, Jenny Nelson has only done 2 books, but from what I can see of her writing, she always just packs a powerful punch to her stories, and they're just really quirky and spiritual, and they always have a really strong element of family to them, and I love that. And I love this book so much. My 7th favorite book was Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. What to say? So I have a book talk on this book, so I'll link it down below if you're interested in watching that. But to sum up my feelings and why this book made it onto my top 10 favorites was because it gave me everything I was hoping for, and it gave me everything I didn't know that I was looking for. It just surpassed expectations a lot. But of course, this book wasn't perfect. It had its issues, like most things do, but nevertheless, it just didn't undermine my undying love for this book. I will love it despite its flaws. Yes, I will. And can we just take a moment to appreciate Sarah J. Maas? She is just killing it with the Throne of Glass series. Just every book is better than the last. She is slaying in the book world. Respect. My 8th favorite book was J.C. Palacio. I think it's J.C. or J.D. Palacio? I could be wrong. I'm sorry. But regardless, this book is a middle grade book following a boy who has a deformed face, but he goes to school and tries to be normal, and it is breathtakingly gorgeous. And I just randomly picked it up out of nowhere. I have no idea why I started reading it, but I am so glad I did, because it just left me feeling so incredibly happy. It just brings all the feels, and I'm going to get my kids to read this one day because it is such an important book. I believe everyone should read it. Such a strong message about your appearances aren't really what matters. What matters is what is on the inside, and it's just yes. My 9th favorite book was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I know so many people have this book on their list, but I had to be one of them too. It is just such a fun, light-hearted, cheesy book in all the best ways possible. It's just such a fun time reading it, and it's really, really big. Well, it's not that big, but it's like that big, but I just flew through it. And my last book is More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I was stunned when I found out that this was his debut novel. Like, what? Are you kidding me? This book was fan-freaking-tastic. Like, how is this his first novel? And knowing that this book is a debut novel just made me appreciate it so much more, and just this book is an emotional roller coaster. My feelings were just all over the place. It really says a lot about family, friendships, self-identity, class. It hits home on so many levels. You need to read it if you haven't. It's such a good book. Bless Adam Silvera. I would love to meet that guy. Alright, finally done. There is my top 10 favorites of 2015. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and please let me know down below in the comment section some of your top 10 favorites of 2015. I would love to know. So I'll see you guys in my next video, which hopefully won't be as long as I took to upload this video. Alright, bye guys. Hey guys, so I'm finally back. I took a long hiatus, but I am back. Back again. I'm gonna stop that before it gets any more weird. And this list is in chronological, a wondrous thing to behold, for my face to see the words on the page of. That made no sense.